set my layer to plant symbol and just change the colour of them just so that you can see more easily what's happening. I'll make it red and I'll give it a reasonably thick line weight. This is simply for the benefit of this demonstration. So now I'll start. I have OSNAP on to nearest and it's a running OSNAP. So we should be able to quickly draw around that area like so to get a similar shape. Maybe when you go around the corner we can put a few more vertices in, but can you see I'm doing this without any precision at all, but GCAD Plus is doing a lot of the hard work for me. Go around the corner down here, back and up. And with an ounce of luck, remembering that this little block contains lots and lots of, maybe we can come in here a bit tighter. We're not too far away from completion. Go here, here, and close. Close and filled. We'll grab hold of it and just move it out of the way. Across here. It's handy to have polar on when you do that. Now we can delete this. Sorry. What's the colour? Let's look at the colour. Transparency is off, so that's fine. So we can modify, match the properties of this one back to that one. Now we can eliminate this. We've probably got millions of vertices in those as well, but we'll pick it, turn curve fitting into a more sensible setting, and then we'll move it from there like so. Just needs a little bit of juggling, and we'll send that to the back. No, we won't leave it at the front. These internal ones need to be sent to the front. And we're starting to get what we're after. But that polyline, you can see, uses 10%, 2% of the vertices in the previous one. So I hope that helps simplify some of these symbols, and I'll work through and do the same sort of thing. The design here has used a symbol for campanula, a new developed symbol. If I select it, it's being tagged in the accompanying plant database file. If I go to blocks though, pick that symbol and edit it, and zoom in on the polyline that delineates the border here, you may be able to see there are literally thousands of vertices. So a polyline has been drawn around the edge of the flower, but then I suspect exploded it. You may be able to see here 1527 just in this area, but there's well over 2,500 individual vertices on that polyline, and that's providing pretty heavy load for this. Let's just close the block editor, and if we go back to looking at this campanula, there are 41 objects, 41 copies of it there, but when we dive in, it's going to be taking quite a lot of storage information. It's going to slow everything down because of the thousands of vertices. So the design needs to be simplified. I'd be inclined to get in there and edit and then redo that polyline. If you search elsewhere, you might find other polylines. Here's all these internal polylines which give a bit of character to the flower here. also. They've been a polyline's been drawn and then exploded, and I think that's quite wasteful and can lead to problems that we're having with this drawing. We're just working our way through the blocks in the drawing, looking for potential problems. I've come across an unusual block in the drawing called ground cover hash. Let's edit it. And there's the base point there, and there appears to be nothing in it. So I need to chase the drawing down, chase within the drawing, try and find this one, and hopefully delete it if there is nothing in it. There's no point in having an empty block there. So let's see if we can find it by drawing. It's quite a useful technique. Just draw a circle, say roughly in the middle, and like so, just make sure it's fairly large. We'll give it a colour red. Magenta is usually pretty easy to see, and we'll fill it, and then we'll close the block editor. That is unusual. If I go to blocks and insert it into the file, pop it down here and zoom in. Okay, so it's very, very small. So we need to edit that block. Yes, the radius is very small. We're going to need to do a very detailed large one. That's got a radius of, that's at least a couple of meters in diameter, and we can close it. So now it stands out. So that's the one that we just added. And up here is the one that's been hiding from us. Well, let's delete it. With a bit of luck now, we can go to Tools and Purge Unused Objects, and one block is now going to be removed. So that's another little trick that we've been using. I wonder what these are. They're just circles. I don't think they're needed at all. So we'll remove and save. So on we go, looking for more potential problems in the drawing. Another approach worth trying when you're working on a problem drawing is just to take part of the drawing and copy it to the clipboard. That's what I did here, is just grab hold of the front section, the front garden, if you like, and then I'll move to this one, and that's the one that I copied across. And you may notice if we go to layers, we don't have that troublesome layer 1. And one little check you can do is just, it's an aside to working with AutoCAD drawings, but you can go Tools and AutoCAD, check the AutoCAD file, and it says success. I can save it in DXF form. So we're very happy with that front section. It doesn't contain any of the problem blocks. So we're going to be looking for the difficult area is this rear garden, and I'd be pretty confident that if we just copy that back section across, we will find properties that blocks are the things that stop us. So we're making a little progress. Well, by dividing the drawing up into smaller and smaller pieces, taking those pieces and putting them in a brand new environment, I've finally been able to remove that layer 1, which had 43 colour associated with it and 43 entries, which were phantom entries. And the 2 blocks that were a problem, and I had to clean them out and redraw them. One was called Strawberry and one was called Strawberry CF2. So you may well have seen then that screen change a funny colour. We still haven't solved the problem. This drawing is still unstable, so the quest continues.